coordinating body was collapsed. Diba? Let's call a spade, Asek Albert. Hindi kasi natin pwedeng paasahin yung mga tao sa salita lamang. You have to walk the talk. If you remember during the APRO oversight hearings, this was also discussed. And the DOH promised that in 1 month's time, there will be proposed solutions. Pero walang nangyari. And these were pre-budget deliberations.
Ito na nga, PhilHealth nakatikim kay Janet Garin sa nangyaring pagdinig sa loob ng Kongreso. Pero bago ang lahat, maaari kayong mag-subscribe para maging updated sa mga issue at bagong mga balita. Sinabon nga ni Janet Garin ang palpak na trabaho ng PhilHealth, ito'y marahil sa mga anomalyang kinasasangkutan ng naturang ahensya. Ani pa ni Garin ay ayusin ang trabaho at maraming Pilipinong may karamdaman ang umaasa dito. Narito ang buong detalye.
With due courtesy to our representative from the DOH.
Yes, Congresswoman Garin is
The review of the case rates has been initiated in 2016. This is not something new. In fact, there was a body created. The DOH was represented by Undersecretary Lilibeth David, and PhilHealth also had a representative officer, and the officers that we are seeing here now are very much aware of that, except of course President Mandi and Attorney Santos. In other words, yung pinagsasabi po ni Asek Albert Domingo has long been instructed and implemented years ago. Hindi po ito bago. I believe the problem started when that coordinating body was collapsed. Diba? Let's call a spade, Asek Albert. Hindi kasi natin pwedeng paasahin yung mga tao sa salita lamang. You have to walk the talk. If you remember during the APRO oversight hearings, this was also discussed. And the DOH promised that in 1 month's time, there will be proposed solutions. Pero walang nangyari. And these were pre-budget deliberations. Now, Mr. Chair, I don't want to prick the bubble of Asek Domingo. But to be factual about it, yes, you are saying that Secretary Herbosa is the chair of the board at doon na pag-uusapan. But mind you, Mr. Chair, again, let's be factual about the real situation. Yung walang maraming icing. Because I cannot swallow the responses to our dear colleague, Congressman Suwan, na tila pinapalabas natin na hindi masusolusyonan yung problema ng case rates. Kasi ang chairman is the Secretary of Health. No, Mr. Chair, that does not happen. Why? The board of PhilHealth will discuss an agenda related to resolutions. They do not discuss step by step, one by one, the case rates. Apologies for this, Mr. Chair. I have to correct that. Being former chair of PhilHealth, hindi na kaya ng Secretary of Health yan. Huwag nating lagyan ng icing na hindi ka panipaniwala ang mga pangyayari. The immediate solution here is first, to stop the internal fighting between PhilHealth and DOH. Kasi kaming mga at yung mga tao ang nagiging kawawa sa walang hintong bangayan ng DOH at PhilHealth. Let's call that situation a fact. Kasi dun sa board meeting nyo, nagkakaroon ng awayan ang chairman, the Secretary of Health, and the President of PhilHealth. And I think that is injustice to the Filipino people. The first solution there is yung mga nag-aaway, di wag i-involve. Let's put back the career officials who were supposed to examine the case rates. First question, why was that collapsed? Second question, yung case rates na yan, napalpak ang pagpagawa, alam na alam niya ni Dr. Pargas. Kasi 1-2 tao lang yung umupo sa mesa at nag-drawing. Kaya nga, ginawan yan ng amendments and I did issued order to invite all representatives from patient stakeholders, hospitals, and medical professionals and specialists. Pero sa dami-dami ng mga meeting, Nasaan yung output? Because expenditures of government on meetings, travels, and hotels and anything should have output. So I just want to make that clear, Mr. Chair, na hindi po totoo na during the board meeting, iniisa-isa yung mga case rates. This can be done by a technical working group that was initiated already before, unfortunately collapsed, and inviting stakeholders kasi hindi pwede na yung isang tao may expertise ng lahat. Hindi na kaya ng Secretary of Health yan. That is why the liaison of DOH to PhilHealth should be a person that can work together with PhilHealth, not fight with PhilHealth. I hope I said my piece, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Congresswoman Garin.
Para lang po malinawan, yung return to hospital na claims, Mr. Chair, ibinalik sa hospital dahil may mga kulang na papel. And we are referring to 2017. Tama po?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Garin, hindi lang 2017 but hanggang 2024
Yes, pero
na
na-delineate ba natin magkano yung 2017 pabalik? Yun na yung sinabi mo.
Opo.
Okay. And from 2017 hanggang sa ngayon, hindi na sila, ano na lang natin, let's make it shorter. Let's say from 2019, hindi na sila nagbalik sa PhilHealth. Ganun ba?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Garin, yes po.
Okay. Pwede ba nating ma-delineate how much or how many hospitals in this pool that you are saying are government and ilan naman yung private? Puro ba pribado or puro ba gobyerno? Because that might, alam mo, we need to see the bigger picture.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Honorable Garin, we can calculate that one and come up with a report po.
At ilan dun yung bukas pa o nagsara na?
Yes po.
And do you also have a slide that will point us to ano yung mga kulang kaya siya binalik?
Yes po.
Yes.
We have, Mr. Chair, Honorable Garin, reason bakit siya na RTH.
Do you have a slide on that? Kasi
Yes,
siguro para mapabilis tayo, let's move forward. Ano yung reasons ng RTH, or return to hospital? Ano yung reasons ng mga denial? Para makita natin kung doable ba o hindi ba.
Opo. Mayroon
If
po
the
tayo.
Honorable Luis will be willing, okay, you have the slide now.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Garin, this is the top 10 reasons for return to hospital in current year 2024 po. So, other documentary required, may mga documents po na hiningi ang ating claims processor na isupport doon sa mga claims ng ating mga health facilities po. Of course, discrepancies sa ating nakikita po ng processor po natin.
Mr. Chair, can Mr. Limsiaco expand more, define, ano po ang ibig sabihin ng discrepancy para po maintindihan?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Garin, may I request Doc Ispot to respond if allow po ng Chair.
Dr.
Pargas, Mr. Chair.
Pargas, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yun pong halimbawa po sa discrepancies would be, halimbawa po is, doon po sa isang form, yung age ng pasyente is 15, doon po sa kabilang form ay 17. Or halimbawa po, yun pong name, doon sa claim form 1 is different from that of the claim form 2. So, binabalik po yun para po maayos at maging pareho po yung data, Mr. Chair. As an example lang po.
If the Honorable Luiso is very much willing, Mr. Chair, just another quick interjection. Kasi kung kunyari minor lang, let's say dito sa isang form yung age ganito, dito sa isa yung age ganito, and makikita mo naman sa birth year, if these are really minor discrepancies, kasi minsan yung pasyente, pag tinanong mo, the informant, kunyari yung nanay ang kasama, o ilan yung mga anak mo, 4, anong year ng birthday, minsan birthday, hindi na nila matandaan eh. So these minor errors, maybe if we can be a little bit lenient on this will solve the problem. Kasi yung, syempre ibabalik mo, kailangan, yung hospital, baka hindi na matrace yung patient. See, we need to quantify. I am more concerned on the denied claims. Kasi pag denied claims, ang ibig sabihin nito is the possibility of fraud. Tama ba?
Mr. Chair, that's one of the reasons po for the denial of claims.
Sa denied claims nyo, how many % yung fraud?
We don't have the data, Mr. Chair, but we can provide.
Yes, yes. So Mr. Chair, in addition to what the Honorable Luis is saying, kunyari konting discrepancy lang sa edad, kasi especially if the patient is not that educated, or minsan if the patient is already old, yung informant, kasi usually hindi pasyente ang ini-interview eh. Maybe we can be lenient on this.
Mr.
Unless these are really major errors.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mr. Ledesma.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, just want to highlight, we hear you, Kong Janet, loud and clear. However, we're really trying to be as lenient as possible. But just want this honorable committee to note that we also have to deal with the other issues, especially like a very, very strict commission at COA, no? Talagang tinitignan nila yan, every little detail, or possible fraud, no? So yes, it's actually a very difficult balancing act for us because we hear all these stories of the hospitals closing, all that. But I think it might be good for the committee to note that we also have to deal with all of these other agencies, no? And ang daming, historically, PhilHealth, ang daming findings, ang daming negative. So we're also, we have to weigh everything, no? I just wanted to mention that, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Quick interjection lang, Mr. Chair, if with the indulgence
Congressman
of...
Lee.
Well, for the information lang of the committee, Mr. Chair, I have filed the House bill giving amnesty to all this return to hospital, yung mga especially yung nabanggit ni Kong Garin na maliliit, no? That's why itong House bill sana Congresswoman Garin would pave the way, no? Kasi hindi lang po itong mga return to hospital, pati po yung mga denied claims because of late submission, no? I think meron din pong mga denied claim, and gusto ko nga itanong later on kung magkano ba to, no, yung mga denied claims because of late submissions of documents, no? Kasi within 60 days daw kailangan i-claim, no? And useless po itong pinag-uusapang benefits lahat kung itong mga hospitals na to ay lahat po, no, ayaw po serve sa mga PhilHealth members, no? So, yun lang po, Mr. Chair, no? I just would like to give the information to the committee na meron po akong final na ganong House bill, no, giving amnesty to these denied claims because of late submissions and return to hospital because of ito pong mga maliliit na mga discrepancies. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank
Very,
you.
very quick interjection. One minute interjection, Mr.
Yes,
Chair.
with the indulgence of Congresswoman Luis.
Yeah.
Chair
Of
would like
course,
to
we
recognize
laud the
Congressman
proposal
Talaga.
of the Honorable Lee, but coming from PhilHealth before, I think it is somehow untenable. Kasi it's okay to give an amnesty if the deficiency is, ang amnesty kasi is meron kang dapat bayaran. Tapos let's say sabihin natin, hindi mo na bayaran, nagkaroon ng mga penalties. Then you can give an amnesty. But in this case, it will be very difficult for PhilHealth to do that because they will now be the subject of a lot of cases. So yan ang magiging problema. I believe the solution is not an amnesty. The solution here is the IT system. Because if you have PhilHealth claims, andun yung birth year, pag hindi naman tugma ang birth date, ang age na nalagay, makakapture ng computer yan eh. So it's the IT system. That's the solution, not the amnesty. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, just very quick answer to the Honorable...
Yes, with the indulgence of Congresswoman
Yes.
Luis. Please proceed, Congressman Lee.
1 minute. Well, tama po kayo, Honorable Garin. No, but ang tinitingnan ko kasi dito sa amnesty yung mga dati, no. Moving forward, of course, the solution is the IT system really, no. So ang tinitingnan ko kasi dito is yung mga denied claims to hospital which affects their services, no. Denied claims because of yun pong late submission, no, of documents, no. Kasi reimbursement daw is within 60 days should be reimbursed, no. Marami po tayong hospital na na-deny yung claim, automatically denied because of late submission, no. That is the information I gathered from the last meeting with the group of PHA, no, and PhilHealth also, no, have confirmed this during the last committee hearing on health, no. So that was one of the reason. And then yung isa pa, ito pong mga small discrepancy that you have mentioned nga, no, na kung maaari itong mga na-return to hospital na tama kayo, hindi na nila mahanap yung mga pasyente, no, hindi na nila matrace kung nasaan na to, no, paano nila ito aayusin, no. So ito po yung sentro, no, nung House Bill natin na yan, no, na sana mabigyan po itong mga hospital kasi totoo namang naibawas nila ito dun sa mga billing ng mga pasyente, no. So yun po ang sinesentro. But again, I submit that tama po kayo na yung pong IT ang talagang solution po dito. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. The
Mr.
chair would
Chair,
like to
very quick
recognize-
input to the denied claims, Mr. Chair. Ang problema kasi nung dati, maraming in-enroll na double or triple na enroll yung isang tao. And there were also situations where names were actually fictitious. So in fairness to the people manning this before, they had to deny the claims, especially if fictitious yung tao. Ibig sabihin, napaka-imposible na yung isang hospital ay magkaroon ng ganitong number of operations. So granting an amnesty will actually mean relieving them of their responsibility. So I believe that will apply, your proposal can be considered on RTH, but definitely, Mr. Chair, on denied claims, it will send a wrong signal. Kasi dapat alagaan natin, tama naman, marami ang benepisyo, but it should go to the real people and those in need. No fraudulent claims. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
30 seconds, Mr. Chair.
Congressman,
Mr. Chair.
siguro pwede po natin i-tackle yan once your
Yes.
Mr. Chair,
bill is
hindi
filed.
ba
Yun na
pwede-
po yung tamang committee po
Mr.
na...
Chair.
Yes, the
Hindi
vice...
po ba yung issue na yan pwedeng pag-usapan pag nandun na sa proper committee?
Ayun na po. Yun
Thank
na
you,
po
Mr.
yung-
Chair. I submit.
Nagtataas pa ako ng kamay kanina rito pero parang nagdidebate na tayo sa
Kaya
isang
nga po.
issue na hindi dapat nandito.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I submit, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you. Please proceed, Congresswoman Luistro. But before you proceed, the Chair would like to recognize the Senior Vice Chairperson, the Honorable Bienvenido Abante, Senior from the 6th District of Manila. Please continue,
Can we
Congresswoman
please
Luistro.
put again on the screen the last slide? I will be concluding my interpellation on this slide, Mr. Chair. Going over the top 10 reasons for the cases of return to hospital, I observe that these are mostly documentary. Some are minor discrepancy. And I feel disturbed that the purpose of our universal health care is being defeated because of the issues of documentary requirements or minor discrepancies, when in fact, these claims are legitimate claims, I wish to believe. Now, I wish to ask PhilHealth, ano po bang countermeasures ang inyong ginawa, itinulong sa hospital to facilitate this RTH and in order to give what is due to the hospitals who have rendered the services already to the patients?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, PCE Omandi.
Yeah. I will reply, Mr. Chair, and then if I can allow COO Eli Santos to continue answering the query. Ma'am, we hear you loud and clear. What we are doing is we are encouraging, strongly encouraging, actually doing it, face-to-face reconciliation with the different hospitals and doctors. We're doing capacity building also. Kasi what we've found out historically after we have these face-to-face reconciliations, palaging very successful. Something good always comes out of the meeting, no? But aside from that, ma'am, to address your query, can I ask CEO to elaborate on the other measures we are taking po to address this?
Yes, Attorney Dino Santos.
Mr. Chairperson, Honorable Representative Luistro, in line with the recommendation earlier of Honorable Representative Garin, PhilHealth is also improving its system. So this system, Mr. Chairperson, Honorable Representative Listro, involves front-end evaluation, meaning the evaluation, the filtering itself is done in the front end. What we are doing right now, the practice
You mean
is-
in the hospital?
Yes, Mr. Chairperson, meaning when PhilHealth fully implements that system, the evaluation now is front end. So in that case, all claims that enters PhilHealth will only be good claims, ready for processing and for payment.
And if that happens, there will be no more RTH.
That's correct, Mr.
Because no
Chairperson.
claim will be reaching the PhilHealth if the claim is not compliant with the requirements.
That's correct, Mr. Chairperson.
But I
Honorable
wish to
Representative-
hear also, anong pong assistance ang binibigay nyo sa hospital, sa patient, to avoid non-submission or non-referral of claims to PhilHealth? Kasi yung statement natin na no claims will be reaching the PhilHealth unless they are complete, compliant, medyo disadvantageous po yun sa part ng patient, sa part ng hospital, na baka kaya compliant lahat ng nakakarating sa inyo is because walang assistance naman na nare-receive ang patient at ang hospital to make their claims compliant.
Before I recognize you, the Chair would like to recognize the Honorable Robert Ace Barbers from the 2nd District of Surigao del Norte. Please continue, Attorney Santos.
Mr. Chairperson, Honorable Representative Luistro, at present, we have, in addition to the strategies mentioned by our beloved President and CEO, Sir Manny Ledesma, we also implement this program called Reach Out. So, Mr. Chairperson, Honorable Representative Luistro, we monitor the level of RTH and denied claims of each facility so that when it reaches a level above 3%, or even 2%, Mr. Chairperson, we immediately contact the provider or the facility and inform them of that situation. So we reconcile data and immediately implement measures to prevent these from happening again. So we coordinate closely with the providers so that they will correct their practices, Mr. Chairperson. Probably what they need is more orientation, more training, more education on how to prepare and process claims from their end. So that again, the submitted claims will improve, Mr. Chairperson, Honorable Representative Luis.
And if I may add, Attorney Santos, I hope we can provide also a PhilHealth focal person, hospital-based, who can actually and physically assist both the hospital and the patient in accomplishing all your requirements. And for my second point, I hope there are still chances to simplify the requirements in the process. Kasi kamukha po nung sinabi kanina ni Honorable Garin, if the patient is not so educated, it might be very difficult for him or for her filling in all those forms. But if we can simplify them, kung tawagin ng iba, user-friendly ang form, madaling unawain, I think we will be able to avoid itong mga RTH or non-submission of claims. And for my last point, PhilHealth, kanina po may nabanggit kayo, out of the total number of RTH, a significant number were never returned anymore to PhilHealth. May I know the percentage?
Mr. Chair, can I address the question?
Yes, Sir Mandy.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ma'am, before Sir Renet gives you the figure, no, I just wanted to add to your earlier query. we have what's called PhilHealth Cares. So we have a number of personnel that are nationwide of more than 500 people.
Are they hospital-based?
Who are here to assist all of those in the hospitals, to walk them through and to help them on anything and everything.
Hospital-based po ba sila?
Hospital-based po. And we are planning to, marami na po yan, more than 500, pero i-expand pa namin yan because we understand po the importance of...
Does it include private hospitals?
Yes po. Kasama pong private hospitals po.
I hope you can provide to all, average to big,
Yes po.
both private and government hospitals.
Yes po. We realize the importance po. And like I said, although we currently have more than 500, we will expand it even more
And
po.
I hope you can come up also with the necessary remedy with respect to small hospitals if the number of your field personnel are not sufficient anymore to cater the same service to small hospitals, especially in the provinces.
Yes po. Noted po.
Balikan ko po, Mr. Ledesma, yung question ko. Sabi niyo po kanina, out of the total number of RTH, marami ang hindi na talaga ibinalik sa PhilHealth. May I know the percentage?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Representative Luistro, the figure that we presented kanina, these are mga claims, RTS claims na hindi bumalik sa PhilHealth. Because once it will be refiled, it will now be received by the corporation and will be, it can be nasa in process siya or nasa paid po siya para hindi magdo-double counting po tayo. Meaning,
No, the context of what I heard kanina, hindi na ibinalik sa PhilHealth dahil hindi na ipinursu ang compliance with the requirements. How many of the total number of RTH were not actually returned anymore? Please do not change the context. I understand your point.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Representative Luestro, again, yung figure na pinapakita natin kanina, ito po yung numero ng mga RTH claims na hindi bumalik sa PhilHealth. Because pag ang RTH claims po na ibalik po sa corporation, it will be
In process.
in process pag hindi pa siya bayad or nasa paid na po siya kung nababayaran po natin ang claims para po hindi po mag-double counting po yung claims po natin.
If that is the case, then that leads me to my next question. Are there cases of RTH pinalik sa hospital, kulang ang requirements, pero hindi na bumalik sa inyo?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Representative Luistro, ito po yung numero na hindi
I
na talaga bumalik
understand.
sa
Please be
PhilHealth.
responsive to my question, Mr. Limsiaco. I understand you were saying na yung figure na present nyo for RTH ay napupunta either in process or paid already. That is very clear to me. But the context of my question is, suppose the reason for the RTH is kulang ang requirements. Reason why you return the claim to the hospital. Mayroon po bang ganyang mga cases ang PhilHealth claim? I believe that the question is answerable by yes or no, Mr. Limsiaco.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, this figure 2.174 million claims under RTS as presented earlier, ito ang claims na hindi na bumalik sa PhilHealth. Hindi na refile na sa PhilHealth.
Alam mo,
Meaning,
Mr.
sa kanila
Limsiaco,
na po.
medyo confusing yung statement mo kanina. You even asked us to add up RTH and denied. And now you're giving us the impression na itong RTH either dininay, napunta yung figure sa denied. Either in process, napunta yung figure sa in process. Or nabayaran, napunta yung figure doon sa paid. Lalo tayong mawawala